It's like, maximize for your 2025. That's what we're going to be talking about today. How are you feeling? It's so great to see you. So great to
Yes,
see
yes,
you. So great to see you. So, maximize your 2025. Y'all, we are a week away from Thanksgiving. About what is that? 5 weeks away from the new year. And it's funny because it is, you think times are changing as far as like people preparing for the new year and or the New Year's resolution. I think we are like leaving that culture out. I really haven't really heard a lot of people talking about, oh, in the new year I'm going to do this. And we all know that if at any point we want something for our lives, we don't have to wait until the new year in order to go after those things. We get to make the decision now and work towards them to have them whenever they happen. And so, we have been taking that into heed. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying of you reap the benefits of your work, of your efforts, of your time 90 days prior. So if you want something, you get to start to prepare for it now in order to see the results within about 90 days. I mean, of course, depending on what it is, it could come a lot sooner, but a lot of times, when we're putting our intention, our efforts, our focus into things, we will begin to reap the benefits of that thing 90 days from the sowing. And so we wanted to talk about this Maximize Your 2025. Yes, it's holiday season. Uh, and we get to remind ourselves that the holidays are one day. Thanksgiving is one day. Christmas is one day. New Year's is one day. So all the days around those one days, it's the season, and we still get to keep our focus, our intention, our goals in alignment with what we want, and we don't get to just fall off and be, oh well, it's the season. Yes, it's the season, and those holidays are one day. And so in this video we're talking about maximize your 2025 and some things that if you haven't already, you can start to incorporate to bring in the new year more intentionally, more focused. And if you're already on this journey, we hope to share some inspiration, some empowerment, some advice to maximize what you're already doing. So if you don't know me, my name is A Faith, and this is,
Devan Edwards, aka Devan the Connector. How you doing?
yeah, and we are accountability consultants. We support people to implement and to follow through in order to achieve their personal and professional goals and desires for fulfillment um, and enjoyment in life. So that's what we're all about. And like I said, we wanted to really just share this maximize your 2025. That 2025 has already started. Honestly, we were watching I was watching this video. Her name, Mel Robbins. Y'all know Mel Robbins. And she was saying to start preparing for 2025 in September. And so pretty much it's just, that's when she was just saying in that video, y'all can go YouTube her. She was saying in that video, the new year actually really starts in 2025. I mean, in September, because that's like the
Mhm.
real time of change. Not only does it change in the seasons, like you can see the physical change around us, but that's also the shift in the year when everybody's going back to school, summer's ending. Like that's when we actually start have the real change. So, if we begin to align our life with the societal, also the environmental change, and starting our new year from September, um, then we get to actually, by the time January comes around, we will already be in momentum of our new year, if that makes sense. Definitely go watch the video. Devan, did you have anything to add about that?
Yeah, and again, yeah, heard Mel Robbins as well. She interviewed this neuroscientist about manifestation, and it's so interesting because around these times is a time to connect, but also around these times is chaos. So it's like, so it's a time for us to get ourselves in order, and it doesn't getting yourself in order doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It happens over a consistent period of time. Do it, and so when we start what we're starting 3 months prior to our new year, so to speak, or the fiscal new year, it's like we're giving ourselves a head start against the world around us. And so it's a time where we get to set up ourselves or internally so that we can battle what happens externally in our environment. And because, things are going to happen in our life where we're going to lose our sense of clarity. We're going to lose like our productivity level is going to go down. And we're going to be distracted. And we get to not only find out why, but give ourselves enough grace to say like, okay, wow, this is happening right now. Let me take a step back. Let me set up myself. Let me reset the laptop of my life. Let me restart the programming that's going on in my brain and reactivate myself. Like re redetermine what my life is going to be made up of, and in terms of like my priorities, my tasks, in terms of like what I want to do, what I get to do, and what I don't have to do, like what no longer has to be part of my story or part of my reality. And it's a great time to do that. It's a great time to get yourself in order. It's a great time to go into the new year knowing that you're already renewed. You're not going in. You're not going in the new year to be renewed. You're going in the new year renewed. That's a different type. That's a different type of way to start your new year. You get to like you don't. Yeah, yeah. You don't start. You're either ready or you're either ready or you're not.
Yeah.
In what is what you have to like you be ready to be ready, or if you're not ready, then you're just not ready. But no matter what, you get to be ready to be ready. And again, imagine what it would look like if you could really boost your productivity, like have that clear actionable plan, that clear like idea of what you aspire to do 3 months ahead of time, 6 months ahead of time, a year ahead of time, 3 years ahead of time. Because like, and with practical tools and strategies, you can literally implement this. Like the year's around the corner, but you can literally start this now. Like there's technologies advanced in a way where it can support this chaos in your mind. It can support whatever's going on in your life. But you also have people in communities, environments that could help you support yourself as you support yourself. And the thing is like the billionaires of the world, um, a lot of people that actually have their life together, they plan their schedules out months ahead because they're on a
Sometimes
mission.
years.
Sometimes like literally, and so like for dynasty, like 100 years out. But that's there's levels to this. But at the beginning, you get to start at your level. Whatever your level is, start there. But just start. And so I think that's so important is that we get to not only trust ourselves, but trust ourselves to just start and like get over that first hurdle. So I think that's important.
Mhm.
Like really recognizing where we are now and where we get to be,
Mhm.
and the opportunities are around us.
Yep. Yep. And so, of course, y'all know we, with us being implementation accountability partners for you, we definitely want to make sure that we are sharing different resources with you as you go into the new year to keep you accountable, responsible. That was another thing we were talking about earlier as we were connecting with one of our peers is, you know, times are showing us that we cannot bring this ancient narrative going into the future. I mean, some history, I mean, there is history, right? There is history,
Mhm.
and some things are outdated. Okay. And so, what I mean by that is, yes, we acknowledge that there is history, and we don't have to live in outdated narratives, meaning that if the way we've been doing life does not yield the lifestyle that we want, we get to unlearn, release, let go the things that are not working for us. And we
Facts.
get to open up and be humans. Humans are growing. Like, I mean, humans are ever evolving. Like, we are meant to grow. We are not meant to be like trees, but even trees grow. So I can't even say that we're not let me see, what doesn't grow? We are not like, I don't even know what doesn't grow because everything has life to it in some type of energetic, every piece of matter has some type of form of energetic. What did you say?
I said anything unnatural doesn't grow unless you manufacture it, of course, but that's another story.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to land here is that, you know, I remember when I was growing up, and I remember it was like, oh, I ain't never changed. I'm staying the same. I'm true to this. Like, I ain't never changed. I'm always the same. Like, and it was like a badge of honor to be the same. And I think there was just miseducation in the vocabulary we were using. Like, yes, I'm still an authentic,
Yeah.
cool, loyal, noble person. I think that's what we were trying to say. But we use the phrase, oh, I ain't never change. Oh, I ain't gonna never change. I don't change up. Yes, I'm loyal. Yes, I'm noble. Yes, I have integrity. Yes, I'm loving. That's what we were meaning to say, but we were just saying not to change. And so having that badge of I'm still the same, it's that you're not being a human. And that's
Yeah.
crazy because it's like you're resisting being human, but on this planet it is made for us to grow. Oh, by the way, the world is ever evolving, ever changing, ever growing. And so in order to be in alignment and not get beat up by life, we get to honor the role that we play, and instead of being victim to the outside, we get to be proactive, take initiative, be intentional in our living. And I wrote down this note from the conversation we had actually with Jennifer earlier. And she was talking, and the way I resonated with her message was get in your life because you're living out of yourself. So,
Mhm.
with everything that's happening in the world, with our history, with just life, yes, life be life. And yes, there are some boundaries, there are some resistance, there are some prejudice, there are like some things, that make it harder for us. And what am I doing, if not at 100%, at least at 99%, within my capacity, within my capacity, within my responsibility, in order to not be a victim of what is happening in the world outside of me, the things that I could talk about, I can have an opinion on, but I know I don't have the energy or the care or the desire to even change. What can I do to, like, after I get off of work, what can I do in order to pour into myself that will pour into my family and my relationships that will also then pour into community and then even into the world to be impactful, to actually create impact instead of just creating opinions and creating more chaos. If we're not implementing and taking actions and being intentional, not only are we just wasting our time, energy, money, effort, voice, it doesn't matter. It's not conducive. So it's like, as we transition into the new year, we get to be responsible and not just have opinions. Be about that action. Be about that implementation. Be about that effort. Be about your beliefs. Be about your opinions. Like, don't just have opinions. Have some actions behind those opinions. That's
Yeah.
what I think we get to really bring that energy going into 2025. And I think a lot of our as I'm landing it, I'm like, okay. Like, but a lot of our, like, the things that we do have coming out, that we will be sharing with y'all as well, it is, maximize your 2025 and, more implementation and action. That's what this planet is about. Or you gonna
Yes.
say?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is something that's persistent in the world right now. Like people's beliefs, like really literally entering the stage, like literally, like even just for example, there's a boxing match that happened, and it was streamed on Netflix for the first time ever. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Jake Paul believed so much that I'm gonna have this dream fight, and he did it. He made it happen,
Yeah.
and it's like. I mean, there's the fighting. There's no point in making have the fight, but it happened, and it was like a big. It was a big monument. Everyone's attention was on it, and it's because he made a choice. And then a lot of people made choices around that as well. Mike Tyson made a choice, and
Mm.
but what I'm getting at is that they're constantly making choices that's gonna elevate them, and choices that's gonna move whatever narrative they have in mind forward, especially in their New Year's. And so what the question that we get to ask ourselves, if you're not asking yourself this already, and this is for anyone that's watching, like, because sometimes we like to play victim mode, and we're like, unless you're actually a baby who can't actually do nothing, you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a baby, you have a circumstance. And so what would you do if you knew you had a choice of how your year gets to start? What would you do if you could choose how you use your time, and you could choose what you want to commit to and how you commit to it? What would that even look like for you? And how would you move? Well, how would you move knowing that, oh, now that I've made this choice, oh, now these opportunities open up. Oh, now I can let me choose this because that aligns. Let me choose that aligns. And like, what would that bring out of you? Like that's how self-motivation develops, when you start to really explore those thoughts in your mind and really start entertaining the thoughts as well. So you got to entertain what could be possible, because it might actually be possible. You just don't know because you haven't never thought about it before.
Mm.
But and that's what I love about when I'm watching like shows or movies, because it gets me thinking. I watch stuff that get me thinking,
Yeah.
and so you have to stimulate your thoughts in order to actually really entertain your thoughts. And so that's so important. So if you want to really start your year with a solid plan, start your year with clarity and accountability, start your year with momentum and clarity, then comment 2025 in the comments below. Like if you're ready for that. If you want to close this year out strong, like if you want to set yourself up really for what your personal success in your personal professional life looks like, comment 2025 in the comments below. And stay tuned because we have a special offer coming up next week for you. If you tune into our channels, and we're gonna be sharing it. It's about our Maximize Your 2025 workshop that we have coming up. Um,
December
and
18th.
yeah, so literally stay
That's on December 18th, right?
December 18th.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
honestly, and I, you know what? Let's just like not be freaking like I don't know. I don't know the word, but so pretty much in this workshop, it's us closing out 2024 powerfully, but then also launching 2025. So it's not really, we've done vision board parties in the past. This is more so
Yeah.
creating a strategic blueprint for you. And so that's what we will be doing inside the workshop. So not only will you have a moment to reflect and learn and grow from your 2024, you will also be able to have a clear plan going into 2025.
Yeah.
Right? You have a clear solid plan. And again, you don't have to come to the workshop. This, if you're watching this and you know you're called to what we're saying, do it your way. Go to YouTube, hire a coach, get in your community, figure it out, listen to your intuition, follow yourself. What we're doing in this workshop is, we're bringing all of our wisdom, all of our expertise, bringing our community, and you'll be in a group where we can learn from each other, work with each other as we grow through this process to close out 2024 strong and launch into the new year, versus just having a vision board party. I mean, maybe we will like throw some type of vision element in there, but you can do a vision board yourself. What we're creating here is the implementation in order to make the visions come true. And that's what this Maximize Your 2025 workshop. And we have, again, we are, I don't, because I really want to land, because people are like, what's accountability? You know what accountability is. It is helping you follow through on the things that you're having a hard time with, or you're resisting. We support you to implement those things to get your shit done, frankly, right? And so we have a lot of different opportunities to where if you don't want to do group, you can work one-on-one with us. If you don't want to do one-on-one, but you want to do group, we have other things. So you can definitely text us 757-780-8585, 757-780-8585. Again, that is 757-780-8585. You can always text us if you have any questions about what we're talking about, or if you're seeing this too late, or you just don't know if you want to do one-on-one or if you want to do group. We have a lot of special offers, especially coming out Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the holidays going into the new year, to give you different types of opportunities to have accountability outside of yourself. And again, there are a lot of free things. You can set limits on your phone. You can do all the things. You can do all the things. And we are letting you know you don't have to do it alone. Like, we are here. And again, we have our methods on how we continue to be productive, on how we continue to be efficient in our life. And, even with our clients, I'm always getting messages like, oh, I did something else. Oh, I did something else. Oh, I'm working on my list. Like, but we also want you to know you don't have to do it alone. Like, if you want to work with us, if you resonate with us, with our message, let's work. Let's get some shit done. Okay. But if if you want more of a group setting, that's cool too. But we wanted this message to remind us, because a lot of times we're robots in our life, and we aren't being like, we're just going through the motions. And so we wanted to put this message like right before the holiday season officially start, even though we're already in that energy. I'm feeling it too. I'm like, yo, where's my week off? You know? And I'm just, knowing that we get to close the year strong, run all the way to the finish line, and then reboot and then launch into the new year. So go ahead and text us 757-780-8585. And we will get you more information about the upcoming workshop. It is the December 18th at noon EST, and it's the Maximize Your 2025 workshop.
Yes, and yes, you know what to do. So without further ado, we will see you later
on the next video.
Yeah.